Hey, yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Monster Modus that just talk real talk. The place for real thoughts and real talk, you dig? So we got this dude, goes by the name Vernon, right? He was in prison. He done got stabbed and raped, you heard? And he's about to tell his story in detail. One thing I want to say about this is, right, everybody's prison stay wasn't good. It wasn't rah-rah, it wasn't gangster. Everybody's not a gangster when they go to jail. A dude recently went to jail, he done ran somebody over. First time going to jail. Everybody's not a gangster. You heard? Youngins, another thing, when it comes to physical, get right. If you're doing crimes, know about a place that you may end up. And you don't want to end up like Vernon, you heard? So let's get into the story, man.
First time, what can you walk us through as far as what happened? Like, how did you not see it coming, if you don't mind me asking?
Because we were just kind of like,
well, okay, so
I know the question. Because again, I had already been hanging out with him most of the day in, day out, sitting in the cell, talking, rapping. I think we had started drinking a little bit because they had hooch.
The hooch.
So,
Yeah, hooch, yeah.
You done sipped that hooch and the nigga done turned your butt into a cooch.
Yeah, so we got to drink a little bit, had a little hooch. In his cell, because he had a cell by himself, got to use the bathroom. And once we started using the bathroom, we just came up behind me and just grabbed me and put me on the bed. And
so let me ask. Yeah, because he's like you say, he's a country bumpkin type dude. Are you physically trying to fight this out? Because again, from you're 21 years old, you're 150.
About as much as I could, be honest with you. I ain't like I just.
What kind of bathroom did you use? A number one or number two? Nigga caught you with your pants down taking a doo-doo and duped you?
Say, oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and do it. No, I tussed a little bit about as much as I could, but again, because how he caught me off guard, coming behind me, and he was a bigger guy, just.
So, mind you, and this is all hindsight.
Now, this is just talk, real talk. The place for real thoughts and real talk. Your boy Monster, I'm a funny ass nigga. You heard your boy up here with a wig right now. I ain't even notice it, but your boy up here with a wig. But look, we gonna make jokes and all that, but this is something serious. Like I said, man, you youngins, you in prison, you drinking hooch with an old booty bandit. You're not physically fit. Nigga, put you in the fiend and go up in you, homie. Get right. In your mind, stay aware, and also get your physical right, man. Nigga done got done.
He been plotting this, or at least just let's say he didn't plot it, but he been testing you, and then he got you to this point. Do you feel at the moment that, like, what do you feel was going through his head? Like, oh, I've been waiting to do this, or this is just in the moment. This is just what it is, man. Like, do you go through? Because mind you, we're gonna get to it, but you were probably trying to get commission to do some harm back to this man. But do you feel like he was like, this man, do you feel guilt? Be like, man, I led this dude into this situation to make this happen. Do you feel like any of that was your fault, or you feel like, man, he just really took advantage and I need to do some harm to this man?
I felt like he took advantage all the way up until I need to do some harm. Because after everything was over with, I just kind of wanted to everything just be over with. Then
once a nigga got you, he got you. He ain't gonna keep getting you, homie.
I was hoping he didn't tell nobody. I was hoping nothing ever came out of it. I just stopped hanging around him, but I don't really know how everybody started finding out, but I think the only other way was he could have said, oh yeah, I fucked him. And it was always, how you say, my story against his story. So because it was my story against his story, the only way everybody felt like it was able to be settled was got to do something to him. So it was either you do something to him or we do something to you. And
no, he did something to you already. It's either you do something to him or he gonna continue to do things to you. Yeah.
After this happened, like, what was going through your mind? Were you hurt? Were you like, did you think like, can you just kind of walk us through like what goes through a man's mind when something like this happens?
Yeah, my asshole was hurt.
Normally people get put in
Pause.
what's it called? The infirmary. Did you seek to
I
go?
didn't tell nobody. I really okay. I know you all have heard plenty of stories about women out here that get raped,
Right.
and how after it happens, even if they know the person, somebody that they've known for a long time, they still don't want nobody to know. They still don't want it to, they just want it to be an isolated incident. And that's kind of what I was going to do.
Right.
It happened, it was over with, and I was just like, man, I like I said, I just stopped hanging out with the dude. I stopped going around him, stayed in my unit. I would still come out and watch.
You were supposed to stab that man, homie. First off, you were supposed to fight that man up off your ass. You were supposed to be physically fit. If you went in criminal life, I don't know what he went to jail for, but you supposed to be in some type of shape where you could fight back. You a little weakling. You damn near a woman. You heard? Nigga done got you. And then after he got you, you talking about, I just wanted to just leave it alone, just let it slide. You didn't let him slide. And the nigga gonna slide again, homie.
TV and whatnot, but I would not go nowhere where he was. And
Did he try you again? Did he ever try to make you?
I've never talked. Well, he would send word through other people that we knew, like from New Orleans, that was in my unit. Hey, at that point it was Lil Red. Hey, tell Lil Red to come on over here and talk to me. And
Nigga got you like a woman. Yo, tell Lil Red, come over here and talk to me, man. You know he want this D. That's the type of vibes is going on here, man.
So I have to ask, how long did it take you to, one, physically recover, two, mentally recover, in regards to just getting back to normal?
physically, probably.
Nigga said physically.
I don't know. I don't even know the time frame, but mentally, I think mentally deep down, I still have maybe some issues. Even at one point, once I got to North Carolina, I started going to therapy. I started seeing a therapist, and for 10 years, I was in and out of therapy. And most of that was because of that, and to just learn about me in general, about my childhood, about me, why I was the way I was, and then how to continue to survive in prison from that point.
This is another thing you dudes gotta learn. Like a lot of these dudes been in prison, right? For a long time, right? A lot of times you see them as a grown man telling their story. But you gotta remember, niggas went in as teens. Probably wasn't physically fit. Some of these dudes then got ran through. Then they built their muscle up. Was able to fight back. Some of these dudes then built their muscle up to run through other dudes. You feel me? But you gotta really think, real thoughts and real talk. Everybody jail stay wasn't peaches and cream, wasn't gangster and thugging. They was getting hurt, washing drawers, getting the shit smacked out of them, getting uffed. Ucking ick. Real thoughts and real talk. So niggas gotta tell a real, like this dude right here is breaking down a real. You could be a man and get turned into a woman, homie. Kool-Aid on your lips. Booty shots in your ass cheeks.
Like Baba Shaka was saying, technically, once word gets around that this happened, there should have been some type of form of either retaliation. Again, you already kept it solid. Like there should have been somebody in your corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either they came to me. I saying they because it was Louisiana people and California people, because I was hanging around a lot of Crips too, and so it was like a collective. They was like, hey, if you're gonna continue to hang around us and be with us, then you got to do something. Either if you don't do something, then we do something to you, because we can't have.
It ain't even about continue to hang around with us. Like you as a man, go and put that work in, go fight back. But I remind you, everybody is not a gangster. Everybody is not a thug. Just because somebody went to jail. You got people that ran somebody over with a car. Oh, I was drunk. 17 years. You enter the jail, niggas enter your body, homie. You was a weakling. You was soft.
That basically this blemish on our car, on our car, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so they felt like if I didn't do something, they do something to me. So
they put a blade in your hand, they put a knife in your hand.
Yep. It was an ice pick.
An ice pick. Who? And again, you don't gotta say no names, but as far as who within the group gave you that ice pick, was it somebody that's respected or just somebody that just
somebody that I guess they felt that I respected them because that was somebody I was talking to on a daily basis.
I see.
It was somebody more around my age.
I ain't gonna lie, for them to even get you the ice pick, that means they're serious about it. But what was it for you that made you not go through with?
I ain't got the heart for that.
And this is about how the ice pick in put in your hand, about how
he telling you straight up. He being real with you. I ain't got the heart for that. Everybody is not a thug. This is what you niggas gotta understand. So he may have went to jail, right? And the people be like, yo, tell us about. Everybody don't want to speak about that. Their jail stay could have been getting off the whole time. Yo, I remember this dude, right? When I was younger, he was like an older brother. He used to be at my aunt's house. Nigga name was Daryl. And used to wrestle, all type of shit. Blah, blah. Like, he was like a big brother. Nigga went to jail. Nigga did a robbery. Nigga went to jail. Came home. He did like 5-6 years. Came home mad quiet. Like on some other shit. Then they told me like what happened to him. He done got blazed. He was a skinny, tall nigga. He was a skinny nigga, but mad skinny, weak nigga. He done got blazed. Years later, he turned into a full-blown Mookington. Female, you heard? But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody that go to, like, he did that robbery. Yeah. Yo, my cousin did a robbery. My uncle did a robbery. He went in jail and got his buns took. Came home a different nigga. Yeah, my uncle come home. He a gangster. He robbed. He come home. Mookie, Duke. Come on, let's be real. But listen, he got. But it didn't change him into like something else. You heard? Let's keep it going.
How many days or weeks or months after that the situation happened?
About a month.
So in a month, it wasn't in your heart to like put a, again, because we were talking, people that listen to this are just normal people that live a 9 to 5 or probably, haven't lived that kind of life yet. To take a blade and say, let me.
And this is why I bring this content, because a lot of people that we in tune with got a gangster story, blood story, Crip story, Latin King story, hood story, street story, thug jail story, held it down story, took phone story. But niggas don't tell, even the niggas that might have had fought back, don't tell how a man looked at them like a woman, like wanted to off them. Even if you heard the whispers like, yeah, your word, this nigga, he got eyes on you. The fuck? You might have to go check that, gotta go put in that work. But everybody's not like that. Real thoughts and real talk. Even when it comes to this YouTube, everybody hasn't been through mad shit. There's some people been through shit, and then there's somebody had been through more. And there's somebody that, you feel me? Somebody got stabbed. This nigga got shot 6 times. This nigga got shot 2 times, but then he got ran over by a car. Everybody's different. This nigga then got robbed 17 times, never fought back for his shit. Listen, so now he end up in jail. You think he gonna fight for his ass cheeks? Let's be real here.
Later, not saying for no reason, but let me build it up in my heart to go either try to end this man, because you got to end this man. You can't just stab him and intention. Let me scratch his leg.
Yeah, because in instances like that, it's gonna be a to death situation.
Yeah,
because the only way you survive something like that is if once it starts, the police are kind of like right there to break it up.
Yeah.
But other than that, if it's done off in the corner somewhere,
no, or you could just straight snitch. You can just straight tell. I'm being sexually assaulted in the cell. Move me, please. So nigga don't want to do that. Nigga rather just walk around buns loose, nigga farting. Could potentially get got again. But what he's doing is avoiding, son. That's soft.
When the police can't get there, one of y'all gonna die. One of us would have, and it probably been me because I was a smaller one.
Was there any ounce in you that wanted to go through with taking this man's life? Like, was anything in you, like a percentage that said,
Yeah, I wanted something to happen to him, but me doing it, I was too scared to do it.
all right.
So did you like PC up?
Honesty and reality. Sometimes you gotta be scared to go get that get back. Nigga might steal your shit, take your stuff. A lot of people do that. Hey, yo, let me borrow your chain. Next thing you know, oh, I lost it, homie, my fault. They niggas ain't lose that. You gotta put that work in because there's whispers going around the nigga, yeah, nigga got that nigga for his jewel. Probably a chain that you always wore on the visit. One nigga you lend it to and now all of a sudden it's gone. Nah, homie. Stab, stab, stab! Let's keep it going, man.
Up? Did you say, hey, I want protective custody because I'm being harmed and no one's protecting me? Did you tell anybody? Did you tell the guards?
Yeah, before I got stabbed, I checked myself in. I was in the shoe for 2 months. And in that 2 month span, I had gotten a couple of notes from people that I know on the yard. They was like, hey, everything is good. We squashed everything. Everything is good. You can come out. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Like, all right. So I started telling the police, hey, I want to go back to the yard.
This is not like a regular fight like you got beat up. Niggas went in your cheeks, boy. So yeah, come on. They want you to come out because they want you to slide you off, nigga. Now you's a GB now.
I want to go back to the yard, and of course it don't just happen overnight, but after a couple of days, couple of weeks, they was like, all right, you can go. And what happened was, it was snow on the ground, because this was in Colorado. It was snow on the ground, and we didn't get a chance to walk through the yard itself. We walked through what they call the tunnel, because because of how Colorado was, and it was in the mountains, they had to have tunnels built. So if there was ever any inclement weather, even like fog, anything, the yard would have to get shut down. We could still operate. We could still go to work. We could still go to lunch. Because some prisons I've been to, if that's fog, the whole prison shuts down until the fog clear. And sometimes that won't be until 11, 12 o'clock daytime. But by then you'd miss a half a day of whatever. But anyway, at Colorado, when they let me out to shoot that day, they sent me through the tunnel. And when I get to the unit, it was like, one guy, he was like, what are you doing back here? I was like, well, I got a couple of notes that said it was all right for me to come back out. He was like, no, bro. No, cuz you gotta go back up. You gotta go back up. I was like, hold on. It was like, no, you let that shit happen to you. You can't be out here with us. You can't let that shit. Hold on, I'll be right back. And I'm standing in the cell talking to somebody, and next thing I know, he comes back in. He has gloves on his hands. So I was like, oh shit, this ain't finna go right. And before I knew it, I just pocket, and he started swinging, and I fought back, but still it wasn't enough to dodge the getting hit.
Damn, so that shit is crazy, man. This is why you gotta be an animal, son. You gotta be a monster, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in all environments, you gotta know how to adapt to certain environments. You gotta be ready to die. You gotta understand that it's just the physical, homie. While my physical is on earth, you will not violate me, homie. You heard? You gotta kill me. He don't understand that. So he's going through, he done got touched. Now he's dodging and weaving. Now the homies that he was upping with is on some ish about to do something to him because he's soft. We don't want you around. And because you ain't retaliating, nigga, I'm about to put working on you. I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to do. That's messed up because he not really like that. This is what you gotta deal with, youngins.
Then I ended up getting out of the cell, and the police came, and I had a knot on my head, and that's kind of how everything, I got caught from that, and then I went back in the shoe.
How long did you stay in there?
The second time after I got stabbed, 7 months until I got transferred to another prison.
Where did you get stabbed?
I got hit in my arm and in my chest and in my back.
The sensation of being stabbed, was it an ice pick, or do you even know what it was that hit you?
I assume it was, I say ice pick, but.
That sensation, did you know what happened as it happened?
You know, just the adrenaline of it all didn't register until after I got to the lieutenant office, and they was like, were you fighting? I was like, no. It was like, yeah, you are, because you got a bruise on your forehead. I was like, no, I wasn't. He was like, hold on, take your shirt off. And when I took my shirt off, that's when I seen I had been cut in my arm. But the police standing behind me was like, "Yeah, you got a cut on your back." And the police was like, "Damn, all right."
Damn. And at this time, you're still 21?
No, by Florence, I was 22, 23.
So did the administration recognize that you couldn't make it in that type of setting? So,
well, I was transferred from Florence because of that. And once I went to Florence, the next penitentiary I went to was Allenwood, Pennsylvania. So now I went from Kansas to Colorado to Pennsylvania. I did some good time at Pennsylvania until my past started to catch up with me again. People from one prison came there and was like, "Hey, he got raped at this prison, then he got..."
Damn, son, that shit, oh man, son. This is why you gotta put that work in, like, damn. And then it's crazy because even from a cutting, it could add 4-6 years on top of your sentence. But for that type of violation, right, nigga run up in your buns. You gotta kill, neck, jugular, strangle, chop head off, chop dick off, put in mouth, and close mouth, and then chop head off. But then that's going to have you doing life in prison. So what are you to do? Then you get moved? Oh man, nigga just ran through you, son. This is your history, this is your life in prison, this is your stay. Everything is not peaches and cream.
Stab here, so it was like, "No, dude, you can't be on this compound either." But it just so happened that the psychology department came through and started talking to me, and they found out that although my sentence made me have to be in a penitentiary, my adjustment to the penitentiary life wasn't all that great. So they put what they call a management variable on me. And the management variable, it's basically a waiver. They waived the criteria that prevented me from going to a medium, which was my time. But my points was very, very low. I had like 6 points. So because of that, they were like, "Well, we're gonna waive your time and drop you down to a medium so we can send you to this prison." And that prison was in North Carolina. And man, that was I had never done, that was the best time that I did. I was the entire time I was in prison, 5 years in North Carolina.
mind you, if you pay attention, some of your hardcore rappers that's around, they don't get a chance to go to these places that we was at. They in Texarkana, they in Fort Worth, but they supposed to be riders and thugs. They'll come on, I've been to the pen. Nah.
Yeah, I laugh at that too, though. I'm like, he went to where?
Yeah, once those who are in the system know what levels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it easy over there.
It's like, he ain't no way.
So, did you ever contemplate suicide or anything like that? Did that ever come to your
It's
mind?
seeming to me that Vernon, no matter what setting, no matter what stage or level of prison he was in, he was a herb. They would have swerved and slid through him regardless. Son got slid through. First off, that's the initial joint. No fight in him. Sometimes you can be overpowered or beat up. No fight in him. He telling you right there he had no fight in him. Then when it comes to retaliation, no retaliation. Still in the same jail with the nigga that just slid through him. Seeing a nigga, just avoiding a nigga. That's showing you he's soft. Then he going throughout other prisons, niggas is playing with him. That's the nigga that got slid through. Or the homies, or whoever he was rocking with, they ain't effing with him no more. They not respecting him. He respecting the what's that? The dismissal. He respecting it like, all right, I got raped, I ain't. What's going on here, man?
Fine.
Yeah, I actually did a couple of times. I cut myself a couple of times. I actually tried to hang myself a couple of times. But every time I got in the process of doing it, I would like hanging. I hang up for a few seconds. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. But as far as cutting myself, once that process started, a cut is a cut. It's there. Ain't no. The only thing is just a matter of how deep you gonna cut. Right. But yeah, I cut myself a couple of times.
when you were in solitary confinement, like, what was that like for you?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you ever have to like hear anything, any voices?
No, because almost every time I was in solitary confinement, I had a cellmate.
Okay.
And they try to pair you with someone that they feel, like in my case, because they knew while I was being placed in solitary confinement, the rape, the stabbing. So they tried to always pair me with someone that was basically as soft as I was.
The same. I was thinking
nobody, the person that they put me in with wouldn't compound the problem that I was having.
How was your cellie like the person?
Once I got in solitary confinement, I always had good cellmates.
Okay.
Did
they have any of the same experiences? Right.
All right, so let me see.
Well, if they did, they didn't. Because again, being raped in prison is not something they can talk about.
And I want to ask that because.
All right, so I'm gonna stop right there, man. I'm gonna try to comment down below and tell me what y'all think about Vernon, man. You know what I'm saying? Vernon was soft. Everybody that goes to prison or everybody that does prison, say for example, Vernon was an uncle. And you be like, yo, Uncle Vernon, tell us a story about prison. Yo, Uncle Vernon, Uncle Vernon done got slid through. Uncle Vernon don't want to tell no stories about prison. Nah, I don't want to talk about that. Uncle Vernon done got ran through. His prison stay wasn't a gangster thug, something to brag about. So even if Vernon did 12 to 20 years, his stay wasn't something to brag about. Another thing, youngins, right? You in a criminal life. Niggas ain't fighting no more, niggas ain't shooting no more. No, you still gotta build yourself up as a man, as a warrior, to be prepared for all environments and all things that come your way. You can't just get the shit slapped out of you and then you talking about, oh, I'll be right back, or let me go pop the trunk, or let me go in the crib and get the... No, you gotta be prepared. Nigga, you could be with your chick, nigga smack your chick ass. What you gonna do, go get the gun? Or you gonna try to fight and get manhandled because you ain't... Real thoughts and real talk, man. But yo, I'm gonna try to comment down below, tell me what y'all think, man. It's your boy Monster Modus, that just talk real talk. The place for real thoughts and real talk, you dig? Don't get caught slipping, man. For a nigga slip up in you. And stay off that social media.
Ah, you fought really nice. People show out here in the world. They fought out in the open. And fought, make their body jump and think it's a joke. Do it in prison. When you fought in there, everybody be like, oh, you heard that? Who was that? Man, it was loose, bro. It was loose. It's open. Speak to me, old toothless one. All that old stuff, you be like, hold up. And they want to know who fought it like that because that's like inviting them. Like telling them that your stuff is juicy and your booty is juicy. So usually when somebody fought, you better look, even if it's you gotta look at somebody like, damn, man, you like that? You know, throw it off because they gonna look at you and they gonna be on.
You know I never wore those, but feel like I'm putting on those 40 B-lows. It's a war, yo. Shit you wear when it come and it's cold. Got the juice and it's really coming from the soul. Rockin' red, yelling bees up was one of those. Monster Mo will make you bleed from your fucking nose. My crib fuck with me, show me some of his codes. Man, fuck that game talk, go get some of them hoes. I gotta motivate, I cannot stay up in the same place. I can't just follow everything some game say. I feel like in my time back in the day wasn't no play. It always was a robbery on payday. I carry guns or a knife. The bitches had mace spray, and why I don't do no drive-bys with an AK? Whoever poppin' shit don't hate on me, I just say they gay. Never say that shit up in my face, okay?